What's up, YouTube universe? I'm Dash, and today we'll be answering the following questions. How do you start a bus in Omsi 2? How do you start a route on a schedule? How do you program the destination sign on a bus? How do you enable the automatic announcements on the bus? Well, today we will teach you all of this, but first, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the Dash Official as we'll be making more videos more often, and ring that bell so that you're notified every time that we do. Also, we have a Discord server. The link will be in the description for you. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I will have an on-screen keyboard on display so that you can follow along with the key presses. The first thing we want to do is spawn in a new bus, so let's click this icon right here. When we do, after a few minutes, a menu will pop up prompting us to select our bus. For the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using the following buses. The MAN NL202, which comes with your Omsi 2 install. The New Flyer D40LF, which comes with the Chicago DLC. And a Flexible Metro B, a custom bus mod made available for download on the Virtual Transit Center website at vtransitcenter.com. The link to this mod will be in the description. Now that we selected our bus, we will have to start it up. In order to do this, you want to hit the E key, which turns on electricity. And now we wait a couple of seconds. Make sure the bus is in neutral by tapping the N key. Now hold the N key for at least 2 seconds to start the engine. You should be able to hear the engine idling if done properly. However, some vehicles and conditions will require you to hold the button a little longer. Now that you started the bus, you should wait at least 15 seconds before moving. This will allow the vehicle to warm up, so to speak. After 15 seconds, tap the D key to shift into drive. Now press the period key to release the parking brake. Now you can press the 8 key on the number pad in order to accelerate the bus. In some cases, like the New Flyer D40LF from the Chicago DLC, you're required to take one more additional step before accelerating. If your bus cannot move, you often have to log into a custom device. You should refer to the documentation from any DLC in order to know exactly where to find these codes. But for the case of the Chicago bus, the code is to the left of the steering wheel. The device that you want to enter this code into is above the front window. What you want to do is click on this device and click the following numbers. The first code that we want to enter is 1805. Now click enter. Next is this code, 9691. Now click enter again. At this point, your bus should be able to move. As stated before, you can press the 8 key to accelerate the vehicle. We can also use the 4 key on the number pad to steer left, and the 6 key on the number pad to steer right. Decelerating and braking can be done with the 2 key on the number pad. Some may find this steering method to be a tad unconventional. For this, you can tap the O key, which will switch you over to mouse steering, and then use your mouse to steer your vehicle instead. The doors can be controlled with the slash, asterisk, and the minus key on your number pad. Usually, the slash key is used for the front door. The asterisk key is used for the rear doors. And the minus key is used for the station brake or bus kneeler. Some buses, however, have varied controls, so you definitely should refer to the included documentation for your DLC or other custom buses for more details. Now that we have our bus and are able to drive it, let us start a schedule. Right now, we want to click on this icon right here. Now we select a route and a trip. Omsi automatically selects the next available run for each trip. If you see a trip that does not have available runs, then you simply cannot run that route for the rest of the in-game day. You can change the time, but not the date in order to fix this. Now that you are on a schedule, if you're familiar with the map, you can drive to the starting point. However, if you're not, you may want to stop this run if you are not near the first stop. We're not ready to pick up passengers just yet, as we now have to program our destination sign. Some buses have this function automatically linked to the timetable. You simply have to enter a code to activate it. In the case of the Chicago City Bus, you may want to refer to that same code that was mentioned before, as now there is a new one listed under Run. Go back to that screen above the window. Click Run. Now type in that code and press Enter. Your bus will now automatically refresh as you pass each stop and announce stops along the route. The display will automatically change when you are done with the current trip. Now this may work for the Chicago bus, but many other buses use a traditional setup which involves you typing in the code manually. These buses can be programmed with or without a schedule, but you must instead enter the proper route, line, and destination code. In order to do this, you must first be sure that you're in the cockpit of your bus. Now for this entire process, you want to hold the control key. Now while holding the control key, press the asterisk key on the number pad, then type the route number followed by 00. In the case of this, we're doing a route number 15, so we want to type 1500 on the numpad, then hit the enter key on the numpad. Now release the control key. If you look at the exterior view of your bus, you will now see the numbers 15 on the destination sign. This is fine, as we are not done yet. Now in order to get the destination sign to show up, we will need to put in the proper direction. Most map developers have this as 01 or 02. Now while holding the control key once again, press the following keys on the numpad. /0 1 Enter. Now release the control key. When you look at the front of your bus, you should see a new destination sign. If this is not the proper sign, you may want to repeat the last step, but type /02 instead. If this is the proper sign, this is great. You can now drive your route. On buses with interior announcements that are not automatic, you can press the Q key in order to call out the next stop.
63rd Street.
Be careful though. If you press the Q key more times or less times than how many stops you pass, you may end up having the bus call out the wrong stop. This covers buses with digital signs, but what about roll signs? Well, usually, roll signs are set up in a manner where you can simply scroll through all the signs in order to find the one that you need. Using the page up or page down keys will scroll through your selected sign. In this case, we're trying to get the 15 up. So what we need to do is press the F5 key in order to control the leftmost number. Then we can use page up or page down to scroll. We can also use F8, F6, and F7 to select the sign and then use page up and page down to scroll. Please note that not every bus that has a roll sign uses this manner. Instead, if you cannot find another way to program your destination sign, you can use this menu right here, type in the route number, and select the destination. Please note that if you use this method and your bus utilizes automatic announcements, this will not work. Now that we have our route set up and our signs visible, it's time to go for a drive. So I'll see you next trip. For now, thanks for watching and peace out.